What is going on, YouTube? Bringing another gear review to you today, and it's going to be the Sitka Delta Wader Jacket and the Sitka Hudson Bib. Paired up together, it has been a perfect combination. I've used these for over the last hunting season, and I can honestly say I am very happy with them. They've been put through early season warm weather where you just want to keep the rain off you and stay dry, to mid-season starting to layer up underneath them, and if you get wet or cold, it's a huge issue because it's going to wreck your day. And they kept me dry and warm but still breathable while I was setting up my decoys in the field. Also late season, where it allowed me to layer up different base layers as well as mid layers to stay warm and dry on those cold, wet, snowy days that we had end of the season. This stuff has been put through its test this year, and it still looks like it's brand new. So let's dive into it. I'm wearing right here, which is the Delta Wader Jacket. The Delta Wader Jacket is a full Gore-Tex jacket where they have paid absolute attention to detail on it. Everywhere where the jacket would experience wear, they beefed up on it. And there's some really, really nice features of this jacket that really stood out to me. The first one is I was looking for a shell. I'm one of those people who I don't get cold. I'm always warm. It's actually the opposite problem. I'm always trying to not get crazy warm out in the field or work up a sweat where I'll get cold later. So they do two different kind of jackets that would keep you dry, which is this one here, the Delta Wader Jacket, and then the other, which is the Hudson Jacket. And the Hudson Jacket has built-in insulation to it, which is the Primaloft insulation, and I know people who swear by that jacket. They love it. It keeps them warm, dry. For me, I wanted the ability just to have a shell that I could layer up underneath and down layer underneath if I needed to based on the weather of the day, and this thing nailed it. So some of the features that I really, really like, starting from the kind of top and working my way down. The hood is amazing. They have this little drawstring in the back, which makes it nice and tight to your kind of head. And it means that when you're fully zipped up and the rain's coming down and you're still trying to spot birds and look around, you're not fighting the hood. It moves with you, and you can still kind of stay in your blind, move your head around, and the hood's moving with you. So that's a really nice design feature that I like. Next is every kind of next to skin contact point, they've thought of the small detail. Like right on the jacket, this is this nice soft material. They cover the zipper so it's never going to be kind of rubbing against your skin on all those cold, wet days where that might be a real irritant. It's just, you feel absolutely bundled up in this thing. Next, on the jacket, has great pockets, great zippers, has sealed zippers on either side here, a really nice sturdy zipper that as you're taking the jacket on and off, you don't have to worry about the zipper failing on you. And again, I put this thing through a lot of abuse this season, and it's like it's brand new. I really, really enjoy this jacket. Also, it comes with these optional, they call them the call keepers, and they're fully removable. You can take them on and off. You can place them on either side of the jacket. So if I do up my jacket right here, you can see you can either run two on this side, one on each side. It's completely up to you. Two on the other side. It's a personal preference thing. I really like these during the early season, where it'd be early goose season. I'd only have my two goose calls with me, my lesser and my honker. And they would just be right there always, and then if I needed them to be out of the way, just kind of stash them in that pocket. So that was a feature that I really like, but kind of come to duck season where you had more calls, I just removed them and used my lanyard and had all my calls on the lanyard, and I really, really like that. So it's kind of nice how you can personalize the jacket to kind of meet your needs, and some of the small features like the cuffs on this are just kind of like the small kind of things that when you're out and you're hunting and you're using this jacket, it makes your day for a better day. And what I mean by that is the cuffs, they use almost the same materials you'd find on kind of like kayaking jackets. But it's super soft against your skin, but when you do it up nice and tight, creates a water proof seal on your skin. So if you reach down to grab a decoy out of the water, or to clean a decoy off, or to, in my case, that usually happens because my dog's not perfect and I'm definitely not perfect, but we seem to work well together. She'll bring the bird to me, I'll reach my hand out to grab it from her, and she'll drop it in the water and I'll have to grab it out of the water. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens. And there's times where you just go down to reach into the water, knowing that you're not going to have that annoying wet kind of sweater feeling underneath your jacket as you kind of pull your hand out of the water. That's a great feature. And honestly, when I was watching reviews, I was skeptical. I wasn't sure it was going to actually work, but it does. And it's one of those little small attention to details on this jacket that I think that it just makes it a perfect waterfowler's jacket. So do I recommend the jacket? Absolutely. What I have on is the Sitka Hudson Bib. Really good beefed up zippers, just like the Delta Wading Jacket. You can use them and they still feel like they're brand new. As I said, I was using these all season and they still feel and perform like they're brand new. There's a lot of times where I got stuck in some pretty bad rainstorms. I had these on. They kept me dry. I was really happy with the performance, but going through some features that I kind of like throughout the season. Again, earlier season to earlier mid-season where it's really warm out and you're just kind of like, you take the jacket off and you're just kind of enjoying the nice weather. It has these really nice kind of like pockets right here that you can just rest your hands in. It has two sealed zippers right here. On the side, it has a zipper that can go all the way down or all the way up. And there's plenty of videos out there of people telling like how great that is. I can honestly say it is amazing on those warmer mornings when you're setting up and you know you have some rain coming in on you. So you're wearing these, you can open them up, not get overheated. Once you get back to your blind, zip them up and you're prepared for the wet weather that's going to be happening during that day. For me, I used the side zippers a ton of times. For me, it was more so like packing up. So you get there early morning, nice chill, kind of, I'm setting up my decoys like this. I just have my sweater on, my bibs on. I'm running around setting up my own decoys or helping people if I'm helping with a group or hunting with a group. I'm helping them set up their decoys. And usually I'm just kind of wearing this, like a sweater, my bibs. And when I get back to the blind, whether I'm using a layout or if it's an A-frame or a panel blind that we're in, then I throw my jacket on. And it's more when at the end of the like midday when everything is done, packing up, it's a lot warmer out. It's so nice just to be opening these up and it almost turns them into like shorts. Like you have the breathability, you're picking up your decoys, you're not getting overheated, and you're able to get packed up without working up too much of a sweat. So love that feature to these. The zips are really, really reinforced on the side. It's a sealed zip, so you don't have to worry about water kind of like getting in. The next feature I like about the bibs is attention to detail. Again, this company is all about the attention to detail. They put in these foam knee pads that are completely removable. If you don't like them and you want to remove them, it's not something that you have to worry about. They're super easy to take in and out. And it just slides into a little pocket on the inside of the knee, which is actually, the material on the knee is reinforced. And you can see it here. It's designed to kind of move with you. And on those like late mid-season to late season days where the ground is cold, it's frozen up, maybe just having to kneel down and pick something up or to set up a decoy or something like that while you're out in the field. This is just kind of a nice way of kind of putting extra layer between you and the ground. And honestly, I really enjoy having them in the pants there, or the bibs I should say, because there's plenty of times where you're in a panel blind, you kind of crouch down low, maybe you had one rip of birds come in, you're done your shooting, and then you have to kind of get down low because you have another rip because coming right back in on them. Happened a couple times. Again, it's just a nice feature. You don't have to run them, but they're great in there. So I really enjoy these bibs. They have been used a lot this season. They don't show the wear at all, and I've been really happy with them. Again, the only downside to this stuff is the cost, but how well it's wearing, how well it performs, I've been really happy with it. All right, so to wrap up this gear review on the Delta Wading Jacket and the Hudson Bib, do I recommend this stuff? Absolutely. There's really no cons that I can say about this stuff because it does exactly what the manufacturer says it's going to do. The cost is up there, I get it, and for me that was kind of like the biggest hurdle. But once I talk to people who are guides who wear this stuff day in, day out, who are actually professionals and they're out there all the time, for me as a recreational hunter, I go out there to be safe, to stay warm, to stay dry, to have fun, to have a great time out there. Everyone that you talk to who uses this stuff, the only downside that they say is the cost. But after using for a full year, I can understand the value in that cost. And so I definitely recommend this stuff. If you have a local retailer that sells it, or if you're not sure about it, highly recommend going to either checking out the online store or the retailers to get more kind of like insight on how it fits, what may be the right jacket or the right base layers, mid layers, that kind of stuff for you and what you're going to be using it for. But yeah, this stuff's awesome. I really enjoyed using it. I cannot wait to get it back out hunting and using it again. I want to thank you all so much for the views. I want to thank you all so much for the likes and the subscribes and the comments. If you have any comments or questions about the stuff that I'm using in my videos, please ask away. I love responding to y'all. And most importantly, I can't wait to bring another gear review to you. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.